Don't trust your character. Imagine for a moment that you are not who you are. Forget your name, your principles, your history. You are just a number, and you have been given power. Absolute power over people who have done something wrong. You are in a prison guard uniform, you have a baton, and your word is law. How quickly will your humanity begin to evaporate? How soon will you turn into a tormentor? This is not a horror movie script. This was a real psychological experiment, and its staggering results revealed to the world one of humanity's darkest secrets, the Lucifer Effect. Named after the fallen angel, this phenomenon, studied by the legendary psychologist Philip Zimbardo, shows that within each of us lies a dormant potential for evil, and it is awakened not by some innate vices, but by the power of the situation. This is the key point. Evil is not someone's essence, it is a product of circumstances. It all began in 1971 in the basement of Stanford University. Zimbardo created an artificial prison and recruited perfectly healthy, mentally stable young men. By lot, they were divided into guards and prisoners. The experiment was designed to last 2 weeks, but it had to be stopped after 6 days. Why?
Because ordinary guys who took on the role of guards became sadists. They humiliated, dehumanized, and broke the will of the prisoners, who in turn sank into a state of helplessness and despair. The guards were not given clear instructions to torture. They were simply given power and allowed to use it to maintain order. And that was enough. The anonymity of the uniform, the sense of permissiveness within the group, and the system itself where they were on top. These situational factors acted like a switch, turning off their moral code. The evil was not in them, but in the architecture of their reality. And here we move from a shocking experiment to our everyday lives. Because the prison guards didn't retire. They are among us. They are any one of us who enters a system that grants them power and reduces their sense of personal responsibility. A large corporate office is the perfect incubator for the Lucifer Effect. Imagine the hero of our story. Let's call him Alex. He joins the company with shining eyes, full of ideas and a desire to do good. But the company is a system. It has unspoken rules. A rigid hierarchy turns bosses into little gods and subordinates into a resource.
Anonymity here is not a mask, but an email without a name or a report number. Group pressure forces one to turn a blind eye to shady deals because that's how it's done, and business is business. The situation begins to change, Alex. At first, it's little things. To walk past an injustice done to a colleague because the deadline is more important now. Then, to set an unrealistic task for your team, blaming it on operational necessity. Then, to delay payments to contractors to optimize cash flow. At each step, the system whispers, "You're not bad. You're just doing what's required for success. Everyone does it." His personality is gradually replaced by his role. From Alex, a kind father and husband, he turns into a department manager for whom people are KPIs and moral dilemmas are inefficient costs. This is the hero's journey in reverse, not toward elevation, but toward a fall. And the scariest part is that he doesn't even notice it. He is simply drifting along the current of the systemic river, which slowly but surely erodes his banks. But if this is the path to the abyss, then where is the exit? What is the final act of this journey?
According to Zimbardo, salvation lies in awareness, in understanding how the system influences us. A healthy corporate culture can only be built by creating situational immunity. This requires systematic work. First, we must debunk the myth of bad apples. The problem is not with the people, but with the barrel they are in. We need to redesign the barrel itself. This means creating transparency at all levels, where any decision can be discussed. It means encouraging heroic whistleblowers, those who, despite group pressure, say no to unethical practices. It means leaders who demonstrate vulnerability and humanity, not omnipotence. It means mechanisms that remind a person of their personal responsibility, a signature on a document, a personal assessment of a decision, a mandatory discussion of the ethical implications of a project. The finale of our Alex's story can be different. If the system's too strong, he will become part of it, another cog in the machine that produces evil in the name of profit. But if a hero, a person or a mechanism, is found within the system to interrupt the automatism, Alex can wake up.
The moment when he sees not numbers in a report, but the tired eyes of his team. When he realizes that his decisions are destroying someone's life. This is the moment of awakening, of returning to oneself. The Lucifer Effect is not a sentence, it is a dire warning. It tells us your morality is fragile. You cannot store it in the safe of your character. You must fight for it every day by designing an environment around you that will not corrode it. We are all both prisoners and guards in the systems we create. And only an understanding of this dual role can save us from falling. The story of the Lucifer Effect is the story that darkness is most often the absence of light, not something inherent in a person from the beginning. And we must turn on the light in our companies, our communities, and within ourselves.